Hi there. Thanks for joining me. I'm just gonna give this a minute. Sometimes it glitches at the start, so I'm just gonna give this a minute. Okay, I think we're on now. Okay, hi. Thanks for joining me today. Um, I am releasing a blog post today on classical music that is great for a beginner to learn if they don't want to start with a beginner book. And I thought it could be fun to jump on to a live video and listen to this music together and talk about it a little bit. So, with this video, I'm going to share 5 of my favorite classical piano songs that I've started beginners with and have had a lot of success with them, and I think are a great introduction to learning to play piano if that's something that you're interested in. So I mentioned in my live video yesterday that when I'm choosing beginner music, I like to choose songs that have 3 qualities. First, they should have simple notation. Second, they should be meant to be played slowly. And third, they should make use of a lot of repetition. And the reason why I think that those are really important qualities to have is so that it limits the scope of what a beginner needs to learn all at once at the very beginning. Because if you choose a song that's too complicated or too fast, it's harder to learn and it can leave you feeling very demotivated. And we don't want any demotivation coming at the beginning of your piano journey. We want enjoyable, easy wins right from the beginning. And so that's what I'm hoping that this post and these suggestions help us to do. Okay, so I'm going to play excerpts of these songs, and I was thinking that maybe we could just talk about it a little bit. If we could look for these 3 qualities. One, that the songs have simple notation. 2, that they are meant to be played slowly. And 3, that they make use of repetition. So let's see if we can find them. Okay. So the first song on my list is Canon in D by Pachelbel. Let's listen. Do you recognize this one? It's pretty popular. It's played at a lot of weddings. Okay, so would you say this song is slow? Yeah, it's pretty slow. And would you say it has simple notation? Well, I can hear the left hand, the lower notes, are playing the same notes over and over again. And they are going to continue playing these same notes throughout the song. So that is pretty simple. And it is repetitive. So the left hand will keep playing these notes over and over again. And the right hand is gonna, okay, so the right hand, it does change around a little bit, but it does actually play the same notes just in a different order, in a different pattern every time the phrase goes around. So there is some repetition there. So again, that was Canon in D, if you liked that one, by Pachelbel. Okay, number 2, the next song on my list here is Gnossienne number 3 by Satie. So let's give it a listen. That was very pretty, isn't it? So we can see it's slow. It's definitely a slow song. Does it have simple notation? Yeah, it does. The right hand is only playing one note at a time, and the left hand has a very simple rhythm. And it's going to keep this rhythm the whole song. And that's also very repetitive. The rhythm is repetitive. I like that one a lot. So that was Gnossienne number 3 by Satie, for those of you who are wondering. Okay, next is Prelude in C major by Bach, also known as the Well-Tempered Clavier. Let's give it a listen. happy. Okay. Now, would you say this is a slow song? It's not the slowest song on my list, definitely. But the pattern of the song repeats a lot. It is a very simple notation. The left hand and the right hand take these shapes and these chord shapes and play them in the same pattern over and over again. So even though it's a faster song, you don't really have a lot to learn here. You learn these basic chords and you just play them in a repeated manner. So it is kind of slow, maybe not the slowest to be fair, but it is a moderately slow song. It has simple notation because of those chord patterns. It's not going all over the place, all over the piano. Very simple chord patterns, and then lots of repetition with those rhythms coming in, where the shape of the chords and the flow of the rhythm is the same throughout the whole song. So there is repetition that way. So again, that was Prelude in C major, also known as the Well-Tempered Clavier by Bach. Okay. Ooh, okay. Next on my list is Prelude in E minor by Chopin. Let's give this a listen. It's very sad, isn't it? Okay. Would you say it's slow? Yeah, it's pretty slow. And the notation, is the notation simple? Well, again, the right hand is only playing one note at a time, so that's very simple. The left hand is playing chords over and over again, and so there's a bit of repetition there. But in terms of the notation, what's interesting about this is that the left hand is only changing one note at a time. The left hand stays largely in the same little area in the piano through this whole song, most of the song. That one was very, very nice. I really like that one. Again, that was Prelude in E minor by Chopin. Okay, last but not least. Okay, now this one is not for complete beginners because it does have a lot of black keys. There are a lot of sharps in this one. So if you're a complete beginner, you might want to try one of the earlier songs that I just shared with you. But if you are ready to tackle some black keys, then you might be interested in trying Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven. Let's listen. Oops. Oh, let me do that one more time. I was listening to it before. It was halfway through the song. Okay, let's do it again. Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven. Oh my goodness. So this one is probably my most requested song by students and audiences alike. Let's talk about it for beginners. Okay, so it does have a lot of sharps, but is it slow? Yes. Does it have simple notation? Yes. Although it's more complicated, can you hear the triplet in the middle? That's a simple beat of three. It's a collection of 3 beats that are played over and over again throughout the song. So that's pretty simple notation. And that notation is repeated throughout the song. So there is some repetition there as well. So that was Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven. Okay, so those are my top 5 classical picks for people who are interested in starting piano for the first time but don't want to play out of a beginner book. If you're interested in trying classical music for the first time, these are the ones that I like the most. So I hope that this has been enjoyable for you. This was a lot of fun for me. And I guess I just want to close by saying that Even if you have other music that you want to learn at the beginning of your piano journey, it doesn't have to be classical, it doesn't have to be a beginner book. It really just needs to be something that inspires you and something that you're motivated to learn. In my experience, again, I go back to these three characteristics of good music for beginners: that it has simple notation, that it's meant to be played slowly, and that it uses a lot of repetition. Um, so you can choose any music like that. Um, if you are interested in learning more about this, or if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment below. And I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.